We had a comment the other day on a video where I was talking about individuality and creativity within the game of basketball, how I wanted to see more of it. You don't see people developing their games at the park anymore. They go to camps. They get almost all of their basketball training from coaches. And that's not a bad thing at all if you want to be successful at basketball. I think what I'm talking about is I miss the street ball aspect of basketball. Jamal Crawford, man, the handles he had. He developed by himself. No coach taught him that stuff. He didn't do drills. He got out there and dribbled. My entire game is an individual game. No one trained me to do anything. I'm entirely self-taught. And the comment the other day was talking about how individuality was snubbed out because it's not fundamental. And you're half right. It was snubbed out, yes. But if you're going to play basketball at any level, you're going to have to be, if you're going to be successful at it, you're going to have fundamentals. Kyrie Irving, the most incredible individual basketball player I've ever seen, has the tightest fundamentals I've probably ever seen. He's the most skilled basketball player of all time. And he's the most unique player maybe I've ever seen. He's my favorite player. But he said, master the fundamentals so you can forget them and focus on what really matters, getting buckets. I'm not saying we shouldn't be fundamental in our individuality with the game. I'm saying we should develop our own moves within the fundamentals. We know what's successful based on what people have done in the past. Kobe looked just like Michael. You copy the footwork of the greats because they work and they're basically unguardable. And that's fine, but I wonder how much that's contributing to people not being into basketball as much anymore. I play this game as a street hooper. I don't ever do drills. I just go out and hoop. But it feels like nobody really does that anymore. I'm not saying it's totally lost, but it feels like our society as a whole has gotten a lot less unique in terms of people's individual personalities. I think a lot of this has to do with social media. I think it's a lot easier to conform to what the masses are doing because we're so exposed to what everybody's doing. And I think that's just a shame, man. I feel like if we could think for ourselves a little more, it would be a lot more beneficial, not only to ourselves and individual development of our personalities, but also just admiration for individual human beings instead of just this collective sort of we all do this and that's all we do type of thing. It's like it's corporate and it's machine-like, and we're humans. We're individuals, man. I don't know, man. I hope this is making some sense. What I mean is, get out there and play basketball, bro. We put way too much stock in making this a job when it shouldn't be. It's a game, bro. We're supposed to play. We're supposed to have fun. When you go to these camps and these clinics and everything, it's a great thing to add to your game in terms of the fundamentals from people who know what they're doing, and that's great. But I just miss the street aspect of basketball. LaMelo Ball, look at him. He is so, you can't tell me he's not an individual with the basketball. The way he moves, the way he dribbles the ball, his bag is crazy. The only way you get a bag like that is to hoop like a maniac by yourself. You have to kind of teach yourself within the fundamentals. Sure, the fundamentals are everything. Fundamentals are like gravity. If you don't have gravity, bro, you don't have a planet. You don't have a game. You can't win without the fundamentals. But you can have individuality within those fundamentals, and you have to develop that by yourself. You have to get in the gym when nobody else is out there. It's great to go to camps and stuff, go through the drills and go through the motions with everybody else and do the same thing over and over and over. That's a really good thing if you're actually trying to make it to the NBA or to varsity or whatever, but 99% of us ain't doing that. I think back to high school, I never made a team or anything, and it's because of my health, but the guys who did make teams back then, they don't play basketball anymore. And a big reason they don't play basketball anymore is because it became a job. It became boring. They did drills all the time. It was hard. It sucked. It was awful. You can train crazy hard developing your individual moves and everything, and it can be fun. I was in high school 10 years ago, and I still hoop. None of them do anymore, And I think that's so sad. It's sad for the game. A little bit of the game dies with that. I just think about, kids coming up, if they don't develop their own individual style, it's going to be a lot harder for them to stick with the game because they're not having fun with it. Individuality is fun because if you're cooking guys with your own moves, dude, oh my God, you'll never stop playing. And it's just, I don't know, I don't want to see the game die so fast. Like a lot of young guys quit playing ball when they're 25 or something. Especially here in America, where we let ourselves go, and we don't stay physically active into our 30s, 40s, and 50s. You know, we get lives and we push that to the side. But it's like, if you grow up doing something that's fun instead of like a job, you're gonna stick with it for a lot longer. Like, I will play basketball for as long as my body allows me to. I have arthritis and Crohn's. That's why I play this game, for the main reason. But it's so fun for me because I have developed my own individual game. My bag is so deep because I played for 20,000 hours. And it's never felt like a job. It's never felt boring. It's always been super freaking fun. And I just think these drills and this sort of cookie cutter way of playing basketball, not that it's not successful. You can be successful doing that. Not everybody will be, but God, it's boring, man. Doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over. I mean, listen, if you want to go to the NBA and stuff, you don't have a choice. You have to do that. But like I said, 99% of us are not going to do that. Like Kobe would stay in the gym 12 hours and do the same move 400 times in a row. And that's incredible. Like, that is insanely admirable. And if you want to do that, like, you're going to be a baller, bro. Like, but you got to stick with that and do that over years and years and years. And if you think about what that entails, the amount of boredom that you're going to get bored. And it's like, if you can handle that and if you can mentally stay through that and stick with it, go for it, man. That's amazing. Like, you'll be unstoppable. But for the vast majority of us, and as this channel especially, like, this is a street ball channel. I'm not trying to teach you how to go pro. I've never even played varsity, dude. Get out of here. All I'm saying, man, is I wish people would develop their games by themselves a little more, with an emphasis on the fundamentals. Like, you can have your coach teach you the fundamentals. That's a great thing. But play basketball by yourself, man. There's so much creativity and individuality that comes from playing by yourself. And I get that it's a rare thing because not everybody loves the game to the same degree, but man, it's entertaining when you see a guy just balling like crazy and nobody can stop him because they've never seen his moves before. Like, look at the professor. Look at the And One League back in the day, man. Those dudes were such individuals. There was such an art to this game, and I feel like we've lost the art of that. I just want to see guys develop their individual bags more so than copying everybody else, because they get bored and they stop playing, and that's how the game dies, man. We get bored. This is not a boring game. We shouldn't treat it like a job, because it's not. You should treat it like a job if you're trying to go pro or like D1 or something, if you're just trying to be crazy good, but it's okay for it to just be a game and for it to you just have fun with it. Like, that's not only is that okay, but I think we've lost a lot of that in society now. It's like, in American culture, if you're not doing something with the intention of eventually making money at it, it's like people are like, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. Let us live, bro. You know? That's a toxic aspect of our culture that's really bad. So, I don't know. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I hope that you get out there and you develop your individual game, because it's going to be a lot more beneficial for yourself than you think. Not to mention, everybody else is going to love the way you play the game. Be you, dude. Be you. Don't emulate other guys. That's great, but be yourself. Like, develop your own moves and do your own thing, because this game is an art, and I don't want to see it die because we're bored now and it's a job and oh my god. Like, no, that's not. Let's not toxify the process of developing ourselves as individuals. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate you.